Hey, have you ever sat down, looked at your life, and thought, this could definitely be worse? Well, congratulations, because today, you're about to learn how to turn that thought into a reality. Misery isn't something that just happens to you, it's a craft, a delicate balancing act of bad habits and self-sabotage. Think of it like gardening. You don't just wake up to a lush patch of weeds, you nurture them. Neglect a few responsibilities here, overthink a little there, and voila! Your misery garden is in full bloom. In this video, we'll explore 6 foolproof ways to derail your happiness. You'll learn how to waste your time, push people away, and ensure you stay in the same place forever. And don't worry if you've already mastered some of these steps, there's always room for improvement. Ready to ruin your day? Let's get started. Step 1. Master the art of wasting time. Let's kick things off with the most accessible tool for misery, time wasting. The average person spends about 2 hours and 31 minutes a day on social media, according to a 2023 study by Statista. Now imagine how far you can go if you put in a little extra effort. Spend your day scrolling, doom scrolling, and double tapping like it's a full-time job. Why stop at social media when you can binge watch mediocre TV shows or, even better, endlessly rewatch videos like this one? The trick here is to confuse activity with productivity. As long as you feel busy, you'll never notice how little you've actually accomplished. Step 2. Alienate everyone around you. Relationships? Overrated. Misery thrives in isolation, so do everything you can to push people away. According to a 2015 study by Holt-Lundstad et al., social isolation increases the risk of premature death by 29%. Impressive, right? Refuse to reach out to friends, ignore texts, and make sure to cancel plans at the last minute. If you really want to step it up, start arguments over trivial matters and hold grudges for years. Bonus points if you blame everyone else for your loneliness. Remember, misery loves company, but only if it's the miserable kind. Step 3. Obsess over things you can't control. Life throws curveballs, and the best way to handle them? Obsess endlessly. A 2020 study from the Journal of Anxiety Disorders found that chronic worrying not only increases stress but can lead to health problems like insomnia and weakened immunity. Perfect! Fixate on past mistakes, replaying them in your head like your own personal highlight reel of failure. Then shift gears and imagine every possible disaster waiting for you in the future. Will your boss hate your presentation? Probably. Will the world end next week? Who's to say? The goal is to turn uncertainty into an Olympic sport. Step 4. Avoid taking any risks. Stepping out of your comfort zone is overrated. Who needs growth when you can stay cozy in your bubble of mediocrity? According to Daniel Kahneman, Nobel laureate in economics, humans are wired to avoid loss more than they seek gains. Why challenge that instinct? Say no to every opportunity that feels even slightly uncomfortable. Job interview? Too scary. Talking to someone new? Definitely not. Remember, the goal isn't to succeed, it's to avoid failure at all costs. Because as long as you never try, you can convince yourself that you might have been great. Step 5. Set unrealistic expectations. If you're going to fail, fail spectacularly. Set goals so absurdly high that you're practically guaranteed to fall short. The American Psychological Association found that perfectionism is directly linked to higher rates of anxiety and depression. Use that to your advantage. Want to get fit? Commit to running a marathon next month, even though you haven't jogged since high school. Planning to save money? Aim to retire by 35, no matter your current bank balance. Unrealistic expectations are a great way to ensure you never celebrate small wins. Why enjoy the journey when you can focus entirely on how far you still have to go? Step 6. Let fear drive every decision. Fear is your best friend on the road to misery. A 2017 study by the National Institute of Mental Health found that fear-based avoidance leads to decreased life satisfaction. Perfect. Avoid every challenge, opportunity, or experience that could bring growth or joy. Want to travel? Stay home, it's safer. Thinking about starting a passion project? Don't bother, what if you fail? The best way to stay miserable is to make sure fear makes all your decisions for you. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of this crash course in misery. Whether you're wasting time, alienating loved ones, or letting fear run the show, you now have all the tools you need to live your worst life. But here's the twist, if you recognized yourself in any of these steps, you already know what to change. The question is, will you? Or will you let these habits keep running the show? The choice is yours.